age of the gridiron is upon us. Welcome to the inaugural season of the Alliance of American Football. Last night in their season openers on CBS, we saw the Orlando Apollos and the San Antonio Commanders earn their first all-time wins to start their franchises off on a high note. Today, we bring you an old-fashioned battle in the South as the Memphis Express roll into Alabama to take on the Birmingham Iron. History will be made. This is the Alliance. The opening weekend of the Alliance continues here on this Sunday afternoon. The first of 10 games here on Sundays at 4 Eastern on CBS Sports Network. And today it's the Memphis Express taking on the home squad Birmingham Iron here from Legion Field. So great to see you and so good to be with you and a part of the Alliance alongside former first-round pick and 7-year NFL vet Adam Archuleta. My name is Ben Holden. John Schriffen is with us as well. Adam, a lot of excitement around this league, and the Alliance is about opportunity. It's not just about second chance, but it's also about first chances for players and coaches that have never been to the NFL. And if last night's any indication, I think we're in for something fun.
Yeah, opportunity, excitement, enthusiasm, all great words that describe really the experience for these players and coaches. But it always came down to one thing for me. How good will the football be? And I think watching the games last night, the Alliance off to a great start. And I, too, am enthusiastic and can't wait to see what these two teams bring us today.
Likewise, right there with you. Now, the Alliance is a complement to the NFL, but there are some differences. What grabs your eyes the most here among these rule differences, Adam?
Number one is the kickoff. It is under assault, and everybody's trying to figure out what to do as their replacement. No longer will there be a kickoff. Ball will be placed at the 25-yard line. And, Ben, I got to say, I am really excited about no more extra points. Every time you score a touchdown, you have to go for two, and that's going to make for a better game.
It's old school football.
Yeah.
I like it a lot. And there's a couple familiar faces in this game today. You'll recognize those of you that are football fans. Christian Hackenberg from Penn State and the home state product, at least in his college days, Trent Richardson.
Yeah, Christian Hackenberg, despite being a second-round pick for the Jets, was the 15th quarterback taken in the Alliance draft. And for Trent Richardson, no introduction needed here around these parts. The former Alabama great, 3rd overall draft pick to the Cleveland Browns, figures to be a big piece to this Iron rushing attack.
Looking forward to seeing both of these men play and their teams as well as the opening weekend of the Alliance continues. We get this one underway next between Memphis and Birmingham. And welcome back to Legion Field here in Birmingham, Alabama. Just about set to have the coin toss to get this one underway. Our referee today is Brandon Cruz. Let's listen in.
So you want me to just...
Welcome to the Alliance. Memphis will call the toss. The coin has the Alliance logo and the Birmingham logo. Which side would you like?
Alliance.
The call is the Alliance logo. It is the Alliance logo. Memphis has won the toss and will take the football. Which goal would you like to defend? Memphis will put the ball in play. 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line. Have a great game.
So there's the coin toss and the particulars on that. Mayor of Birmingham making his way out. Randall Woodfin. A lot of excitement. Good turnout here at Legion Field for this one as well. Let's get down to the third member of our broadcast team, John Schriffen with Mike Singletary.
Well, Ben, thank you so much, Coach. After months of preparation, here we are. Opening game for the Memphis Express. What are you looking forward to the most tonight?
You know what? I just really want to see our guys come out and play. They've worked so hard. Coaches have been coaching, and just want to see them get out there and exemplify everything that they've learned.
There's so many unknowns about this game, especially the other team, Birmingham Iron. You don't have much tape on them. What concerns you the most about that team?
Well, really, it's not a concern for them. It's really a concern for us. Just making sure that we do the things that we've been coached to do, and everything else will take care of itself.
Should be a fun one. Good luck, Coach.
Thank you very much.
Ben?
All right, thank you, John. There's Christian Hackenberg. We'll get the start for Memphis. And the two teams will come on. And as we touched on at the top of the show, no kickoff, so ball placement at the 25, Arch.
Ball placement at the 25. I think watching the game last night, it was striking how much faster it was.
Yes.
You know, no more, you know, there were many less dead spots in play. And I think it's a radical departure to football purists like myself. I think it's always kind of fun for that opening kickoff to kind of kick things off. But this is a different thing, and I think it might be a good change for the game.
So the Birmingham Iron, you get a look from our sky cam. They're in the black jerseys. And Memphis in the white here on the road. Christian Hackenberg under center. From the 25, first play in the franchise history of these two teams. Zach Stacy with it. Good pickup of about 5 for Stacy there to open the game. And let's get a closer look at him, at Christian Hackenberg and some of the particulars on him. What a career he had at Penn State.
Well, I think when he came out in the NFL draft, he was a very polarizing prospect. Some people said that he really had what it takes to go to the next level, but other people said that he wasn't even a draftable quarterback. I think the number one thing that he's been able to work on with all the reps here in camp is his mechanics. If he can straighten up his mechanics, he'll be a much more accurate passer.
See what he does here on 2nd and 5. Checks off over the middle. First down is caught and out to the 40, across the 40-yard line. It is a first down. Brandon Barnes, the catch in the first down. Lineups on the top of our I-bar. Did you say to me yesterday, 81%, I believe, was the number of players in this league have played some time in the National Football League, correct?
That's the stat that jumps out. I think there's no question that there is some talent here on the field. And a lot of these guys just need some more reps, need some more seasoning. And we're going to use the word opportunity quite a bit here in this game.
Yeah, we are. This is Zach Stacy looking for an opportunity to get back to the NFL, as he was taken down by Max Redfield there. And let's take a look now at the defensive alignment for Birmingham. Who stands out the most from what you've seen on their defense?
Well, I think it's kind of hard because there isn't much to go by. And I think that's the challenge for both of these football teams with so little tape and nothing to go. There's a lot of unknowns in this game, and they don't quite know what to expect.
Anthony Manzo-Lewis gets the carry there. Out near midfield, Mike Singletary, the first ballot Hall of Famer. He told us the other day that he was close to getting out of football. He was coaching a high school team. He was excited for this opportunity. 3rd and 3.
Monday. Hey, stick. Set. Ready?
Great access here in the alliance. The quarterbacks are both right. They take a shot, incomplete. 4th down coming up. As Hackenberg cannot connect there, Matthew Wells applied the pressure.
Well, you can see right away the offensive coordinator for the Express, David Lee, going with a tempo attack, not getting in a huddle, everybody getting up to the line of scrimmage. They tried to spread the ball out, but a beautifully well-timed blitz by the inside linebacker, Matthew Wells, gets a shot on Hackenberg and forces the punt.
He does force the punt, and on to punt is Brad Wing, the lefty out of Australia. Quan Bray back, a very good return man in his college days. Fair catch at the 15-yard line. And we'll see Birmingham and their offense for the first time. They'll take the field in a scoreless game.
Come on, Carol.
Hawaii, nice.
Yeah, I'm excited. Finally earned enough rewards points.
So jealous.
Yeah, I can't wait to get that shave ice.
What's shave ice?
It's like a Hawaiian snow cone.
Why not just say snow cone?
I don't know, they call it shave ice.
You fly to Hawaii for this.
I don't go there for the ice.
You saved up your reward points for ice. That's a lot of ice.
Okay.
Go Rewards credit card from Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission.
12:31 to play in the opening quarter. No score as Memphis was stopped. And it's Birmingham with the football. Our Skycam is brought to you today by Wheels Up. Sky cams, we got coaches mic'd, we got quarterbacks mic'd. I love it.
I love me some Sky Cam. That's one of my favorite parts of this broadcast.
So Luis Perez, what a story this young man is. We'll get into it as we go along in the broadcast, but didn't even play high school football at the varsity level. Was a wide receiver as a freshman, a very confident young man, was in training camp for the Los Angeles Rams. What a play there to get the first down by Braden Bowman. A pickup of 16.
Well, Los Angeles Rams fans might recognize this play. This is a Sean McVay special. Braden Bowman, the tight end, lines up on a wing to the left side, goes behind the line of scrimmage, bootleg pass, and then shows that great athletic ability out on the edge, hurdling for the first down.
Steve Logan was very high on Bowman, talked with him last night on the ground. Here goes the young man that starred at Alabama, Trent Richardson, with a carry right up the gut. And Arch, let's get a closer look at Luis Perez.
Well, I got to tell you, for a guy that didn't play high school, was really a better bowler than he was a football player, loved his presence. If he won anything, it was the production meetings. Very meticulous, very confident, and I think this guy, if it resembles anything on the field, I think he's got a bright future here for the Alliance.
Yeah, he mentioned winning a championship. That's what their goal was, and it should be. Julius Wormsley jumped.
Good job, KK. Good job, baby. 11.
Neutral zone infraction. Defense, number 92, jumped into the neutral zone, causing a reaction by the offense. 5-yard penalty results in a first down.
Wormsley played his college ball at Tulane. Also attended West Point in their prep school for 1 year in his younger days.
Set. 28. 28.
Perez taking a shot. Got it. Catch is made. Quentin Patton, huge gain for Birmingham to move the sticks, a gain of 43 yards, Arch.
Watch the top of the route, Quentin Patton, and he gets that great separation. We talked to the offensive coordinator, Steve Logan, and he said this offense needs explosive plays. That is the one thing that we haven't had this year so far. Where are those going to come from? And great timing by the quarterback, Perez, to launch that ball right out of the break and beautifully on target for an explosive play.
Yeah, and Logan said he was with Patton in San Francisco. Had some starts the year Chip Kelly was the head coach in San Francisco, did Patton. Richardson dragged down at the 11-yard line. Anthony Johnson, the first to get to him for Memphis.
Tackle made by number 96, Anthony Johnson.
Well, what we're seeing right now from the Iron offense is a lot of misdirection, a lot of play action passing, and really mixing in that zone running for Trent Richardson. And so far, I've got to say, this is a very crisp opening drive, and they've got to be extremely excited here for Tim Lewis's offense.
Yeah, right there with you. They have been crisp from the 11-yard line. On 2nd and 5. Perez looking into the end zone. Nearly a one-handed grab, but incomplete as he looked for Quan Bray, the former Auburn Tiger.
Perez pass intended for Bray.
Good play out there for the right quarterback, Channing Stribling, who was in great trail position on Quan Bray. Quan Bray, if you remember, he's got some great speed. He was a great threat at Auburn.
Yep.
Did a nice job for the Colts as a primary kick returner, but I think when you look at this offense, they've got some guys that can run and that can really stretch the field.
3rd down and 5 for the Iron. Perez looking for an open man. Perez firing, and that one's incomplete as well. A lot of traffic in that area as he was trying to get it in there for Abba Etawawu, and incomplete on the 3rd down play. Brings up 4th and 5. Tarpley broke up the pass.
Mike Singletary has to be really pleased. I mean, at times in that drive, his defense was on the ropes, and they gave up an explosive play. But to be able to compose themselves, to collect themselves, and as the Iron were marching right around that 10-yard line, to be able to stand tough and force a field goal attempt, I think is a win for Mike Singletary's defense.
So Nick Novak, 10 years in the National Football League on, and Novak is true, and the Birmingham Iron have their first points in franchise history. There's their head coach, Tim Lewis. 9:44 to go in the opening quarter. Birmingham 3, Memphis nothing. Early on in quarter number 1, Birmingham with a field goal from Novak. 7 plays, 74 yards, 29-yard field goal, and 2:47. Who are we keeping an eye on here? We're taking a closer look at these two guys.
Well, Fabian Guerrera, the slot receiver for the Express, had a tremendous preseason game last week, making plays all over the field. And Jack Tocho, who is a ball hawk, spent some time with the Minnesota Vikings in preseason, not only can play the ball in the air, but really an exceptional hitter and a guy that should be very active here.
Keep our eyes on those young men. First and 10 for Hackenberg, and he puts it into the breadbasket of Zach Stacy, and Stacy a 9-yard pickup. Good way to start the drive. Trevon Reed, the tackle for Birmingham.
Well, Zach Stacy is another interesting story. He had an exceptional rookie year, 5th-round draft pick for the then St. Louis Rams in 2013. But he had that devastating ankle injury and really hasn't been able to play since. But he definitely has some talent and did a great job breaking tackles.
On the ground once again, first down run completed. And they get it done. Anthony Manzo Lewis with the carry. And there's Tim Lewis. We visited with him last night and his staff. His brother Will is the general manager of the Memphis Express. So they probably got a little friendly wager going on.
I had a chance to be coached by Tim Lewis in the 2001 Senior Bowl when he was the then defensive coordinator to the Pittsburgh Steelers. So a guy that's been around the National Football League for a long time and really understands how to play great defense.
And we go back to that word, opportunity. It's an opportunity for him to be a head coach, and a beautiful job getting in there to make the tackle by Beniquez Brown.
That's the one guy when we talked to the defensive coordinator, Rick Minter, and also Tim Lewis, that they thought right now had the talent to be on an NFL roster and was the leader of the defense. And that's what you want to look for in these linebackers. Who can press the line of scrimmage? Who can get penetration and make those plays in the backfield? Excellent play.
Here's Hackenberg to the air. Dangerous throw, and broken up nicely by Jamar Summers.
Ben, pay attention to this break on the ball by the cornerback, number 26, Summers. Look at that transition. Right out of his break, undercuts it. And he makes a good play, but we always used to say that was a good play. Let's go ahead and make a great play. Pick up that ball and go the other way for 6. But a nice transition out of his break and breaking up that pass.
And the reacts from his head coach, Tim Lewis. So it's 3rd and 11. Memphis 0 for 1 on 3rd down. Hackenberg under pressure, stumbles and goes down over the 35. So good work by Birmingham getting in there and putting the pressure on him. And it was Jonathan Massaquoi, the product of Troy, making the play out.
Right off of Hackenberg's left side. This is a blitz. And Massaquoi just completely beats the left tackle, Anthony Morris, inside. Really a nice job by Massaquoi, who had a pretty good resume as an outside pass rusher, to get to the inside, force Hackenberg to get upfield and make the big play for a key stop.
Here's Bray, fields it at the 11. Breaks a tackle. Big time block, and Bray with a decent run back there. Gonna get out near the 20-yard line. Shaheed Salmon forced him out of bounds.
But I think the one thing that really stood out last night, I thought both teams defensively had some really good success blitzing. And remember, in this league, you can only blitz 5 players.
Correct.
That's the maximum. No all-out blitzes, but when they blitzed, they were able to expose some of the slow feet of some of these offensive linemen. So I would expect now, as we get a couple series under our belt, both defensive coordinators to start to send some pressure to get to these quarterbacks.
Great point. Trent Richardson behind Luis Perez. They feed Richardson, but he's going nowhere. Stopped dead in his tracks. First to get to him, Corey Vereen, the defensive end. Take a look at the Birmingham offense on the I-bar. The big boys up front. And the backs and receivers. And I like that word you used, Arch. They were crisp on that opening drive, 247. And they capped it off with a 29-yard field goal by Nick Novak. Took the shot downfield to Quentin Patton on that drive. 2nd and 13. Perez gets rid of the open man. First down, Birmingham. And it's Patton again coming up with a catch. Gain of 15 for the Iron.
Well, these play-action passes, these little half rolls, and a really nice job of Perez standing in there. He knows that he's going to get hit. Patton is able to come open over the middle, but another really nice pass from Perez to be able to scan the field, get that ball out under pressure, and pick up the first down.
Loved his confidence. We talked about it on the last drive last night. He said, everywhere I've been, we've won.
Hey, short.
Trying to do it here on opening day for these two teams in the Alliance. Pressure coming, and Perez cannot get away from that heat there of Anthony Johnson, who drops him for a loss. His head coach will love that, a loss of 8.
Anthony Johnson, the former LSU Tigers standout. Again, play action pass, half roll. And what they're trying to do is pull the backside to seal off Johnson, but he is just too fast. He gets upfield and gets to Perez and makes the big play in the backfield. Now, the Irons sitting here at 2nd and 16.
See what Perez and the offense comes up with here. Anthony Johnson some time in the National Football League. Flag flies. And a good job on the front there of Memphis again on Richardson.
I think there's going to be an offsides on the Express.
Vereen. Yep, you're right.
Right defensive end for the Express. And just
defense, number 54 was in the neutral zone at the snap. 5-yard penalty. It's 2nd down.
Well, it's on Quentin Gauze, the linebacker.
From the 30-yard line.
Soft-spoken Perez that time.
He wasn't last night in our meeting.
He wasn't.
He was ready to go.
He was. 2nd and 13 for the Iron. Try the jet sweep. See what they can do with that. It's Felton. They call him Turbo. Because of his speed, Terrell Bonds made the stop. And let's get a closer look at that Memphis defense as we see that off our I-bar on the bottom of your screen. The starters.
A lot of LSU Tigers up front. Sam Montgomery, Greg Gilmore, Anthony Johnson pepper that defensive line. And I think Dennis Thurman, who spent a lot of time in the National Football League with Rex Ryan, they love to blitz. And I think they're trying to see how things shape up here before they start to send more pressure throughout this game.
3rd and long now. Perez, and the pass is incomplete. Looking again, he and Patton have something going. But Patton can't make that grab. Brings up 4th down and 11.
They got to make this grab. This is a simple concept. This is a curl and a flat. And Patton is all the room he needs. That ball is on target and on time, and he just lets the ball touch his fingertips and can't bring it in. I think that's the one thing that these receivers in this league really have to do a better job. After watching the game last night, they didn't win the contested catches, and they dropped too many easy passes. You've got to make those routine plays here, lapse in concentration, and now you have to punt the ball.
Colton Schmidt on to do that. Alton Pig Howard underneath it makes the fair catch in the neighborhood of the 21-yard line. 45-yard punt. 3:58 to go in the opening quarter. Still 3-0 Birmingham.
All right.
3:58 to play in the opening quarter. The only point so far, a 29-yard field goal by Nick Novak for Birmingham. So Christian Hackenberg brings the offense on for the third time here already.
Cadillac wall.
First and 10 from the 23.
Spotted at the 23, Zach Stacy, the running back, in there next to Hackenberg. Fake it to him, and Hackenberg keeps it. About a 4-yard pickup there, right up the gut.
Jeremy Falk on the stop.
In the scrimmage they played against Salt Lake, Hackenberg 9 out of 15 for 128 yards and a touchdown. He was 6 of 6 on the opening drive, but
New York.
so far today, not much yet.
Gun, Monday. Set. Ready? Hey, set.
This is Zach Stacy stringing it around the right side. Going to set up a 3rd and short for the Express.
Ben, I think when you go back and we talk a little bit of Christian Hackenberg, and after spending some time talking to his offensive coordinator, David Lee, they really went to work on his mechanics. They felt like he had an overly long, extended delivery, and they really harped on it. And they really felt like with better mechanics, he'd be able to be more of an accurate thrower. And that's where I think a league like this is extremely beneficial, to get all those reps and be able to work on those mechanics under live competition.
No question about it. 3rd and 1. And they go right up the middle. That's old school smash mouth football right there. And they get the job done. Manzo Lewis, a 7-yard pickup.
I remember that play from my old high school wishbone offense, straight fullback dive. How about Anthony Manzo Lewis using that power to pick up the first down?
Here we go, Monday. Yes, sir. We good? Monday, set.
Terrence McGee, the running back. You get a great listening there to Christian Hackenberg. Hackenberg looking to throw it, taking a shot. And incomplete, no flags on it. Good clean play there, and they can't come up with that long pass. They were looking for K'Wan Ross. Covered by Summers.
Yeah, Summers was all over that. I think they tried to fool him on a double move, but he was playing off coverage, zone coverage, and read the eyes of Hackenberg the entire way.
Summers played his college ball at Connecticut. 2nd and 10 upcoming. Hackenberg just 1 of 4 for 10 yards.
Here we go.
Terrence McGee, the running back, in now.
Set. Ready? Hey, set.
What a play by Birmingham, and Summers is having some day here. Jamar Summers comes up with a football for the game's first turnover.
Well, what a read by the linebacker. I want to say that was number 51. No, excuse me, that was number 54, Matthew Wells.
Yes.
Who read the quarterback perfectly. And that was extremely well covered inside, but a wonderful break on the ball from Wells. Gets the ball up in the air. And Tim Lewis is hyped up. Defense strikes with the first turnover of the game.
It certainly does. You use that word a couple times, the unknown about this. And none of these teams showed much in the preseason scrimmages as they take a shot again. And unable to come up with that grab there was Etatawu.
Well, great touch. Etatawu is coming from the opposite side of the field. And good coverage underneath. Excellent coverage by Stribling. And Perez tries to put some touch under that ball as they go for the sudden change. Big play down the field, but good defense.
Inside of 2 minutes to go in the quarter. 2nd and 10 here now. But on the ground in Memphis, nice job again there. As Richardson went nowhere, he went 3 yards backwards, brings up 3rd down.
Seen a couple times so far in this game from the Express defense getting good penetration on the edge. Earlier in the game, it was Sam Montgomery the left defensive end. That time it was his backup, Corey Vereen, and they are shutting down that right side of the Iron offense.
3rd and 13. The Iron 0 for 2 on 3rd down to this point.
My 5-3. Set. Blue 88. Blue 88. Head up.
Perez makes the throw. The catch is made, and they've got the first down inside of the 35. It's Bowman again, the tight end, a gain of 15.
First down, Iron.
Steve Logan raved about his tight end group and really thought Braden Bowman had some nice skills. Good route runner, and you see that. What a pass from Perez. Gets right over the dropping safety. And on 3rd and 13, a little option route by the tight end, and they're able to pick up that first down. You've got to find a way to get some pressure up front. You can't let Perez have that clean of a pocket to deliver that football downfield.
He certainly raved about Bowman, said he is a real deal guy. And Perez gets away, and a nice play on that breakup there. Outstanding work by Channing Stribling, the product of the University of Michigan, as they were looking there for Etetawo once again.
Well, Stribling so far is having a heck of a game. Played 34 games in the National Football League, undrafted free agent in 2013 to the New York Giants. Had a huge, productive senior year at Michigan, and so far in this game, I think they've got to go find somebody else to throw the ball to. He has not let anything happen in coverage in his direction.
Locking him down, huh? 2nd down and 10 here, 21 seconds to go in the quarter. Perez eyeing over the middle. This one is caught. And it'll be a little bit shy of first down, but the catch, ball was out, but looked to be down.
Ruling on the field, the runner was down prior to losing the football.
So that reception made by Amba Etetawo. And that's the end of the first quarter. It'll be 3rd and 3 for Birmingham when the second begins. That's the end of the opening quarter. 3-0 Birmingham over Memphis. You're watching the Alliance of American Football on CBS Sports Network, the 24-hour home of CBS Sports. Back here in Birmingham, Alabama, at Legion Field, the Alliance opening weekend. Birmingham Iron on top of the Memphis Express, 3-0 with Adam Archuleta. My name is Ben Holt, 3rd member of our broadcast team, John Schriffen, down on the field.
Well, Ben, thank you so much. I'm here with linebacker Beniquez Brown. And Beniquez, what was the game plan heading in today? Because you guys have been very disruptive already, getting to quarterback Christian Hackenberg.
We really just want to come in, play fast, play physical. You know, we didn't have much of a game plan, seeing that they didn't do too much last week, you know, as a preseason game. So it was all about coming in, showing up, playing fast, playing our Einstein of football.
Looking forward to it. Good luck the rest of the game.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, John. And you hear the politeness, the kindness. I think we were all really, really impressed when we talked to, obviously, Perez from Birmingham. We talked with a couple of the Memphis players. They couldn't have been more grateful and kind to just have this opportunity again. That word, Adam.
I think it's a great opportunity, and I think for being such a young league and not even being around a year, they have done an exceptional job of preparing everybody involved to get ready to play here this weekend.
Here's Richardson, kept his footing, and Trent Richardson. These Alabama fans have seen that many a times as Tim Lewis's guys move the chains.
Yeah, there's that power. I think the one thing that when you study Trent Richardson, you know he is a big guy. But he has been a tackle breaker. When he was in the National Football League, over half of his rushing yards came after contact, which is exceptional.
Okay, come on, let's go. Hey, run, lead, F sword, X track. Hurry up. X track, shallow.
Play clock down to 5. You heard Perez saying, hurry up, let's go. Perez looks left side. He's got it. Got his man, Connor Davis, one of those tight ends we were talking about earlier. They got a trio of them. They like them all. And gets a little bit of a pickup there on first down.
All the tight ends on this offense kind of have their own style to them. Braden Bowman is more of the flex tight end. He's more of the route runner and has the great ball skills. Connor Davis, who just caught that ball, is more of an inline tight end and is a big, important part of this running scheme. So two complementary tight ends that play a big part in this offense.
He's 6'8" and 265. Pick up a 2 on that first down pass. A toss here, cutting it back inside of the 20-yard line. They get it to about the 18. And Trent Richardson on the carry. Brings up a third down, third and about 6. Let's listen in to Luis Perez in the iron huddle.
Hey, gun, rip, zip. 2 jets, wide, shallow, snake. I want it.
36 from the 18.
What do you look for here, Arch?
Wide, shallow, look for the tight end to cross, shallow cross. And if they're in quarters defense, they were going to try and isolate the Mike linebacker, but this is 3 deep zone.
Here's Perez, has time, now going to try to run it, and does, gets the first down and slides at the 9-yard line. First down, Iron.
Good pocket awareness right here for Perez. Everything covered downfield, and he sees that open void at the linebacker level. Good smarts, not trying to force the ball downfield, but just taking what the defense is giving him and picking up the first down, now 1st and goal.
See the play selection, 4 runs, 5 passes for 37 and 440 and counting on this drive. 1st and goal, Birmingham.
Hey, lucky, 5 minutes, lucky 5 minutes. Hurry up. Turbo, sit up.
Perez under pressure and took a heavy shot in the backfield. They converged on him in a hurry. Winston and Wormsley getting in there, a loss of 3.
Really is, and that's what you call great team defense up front. All defensive linemen working together, waiting for Perez to step inside the pocket and then get on top of him quickly.
So 2nd and goal upcoming now from the 12-yard line. Not much doing there. That front's been solid for Memphis. They're solid once again there. And not much doing there for Ladarius Perkins. First carry of the game.
Well, once again, we saw this on their first drive of the game where they drove down the field, and right about that 10-yard line is when the Memphis defense started to tighten up. So here they are again, 3rd and goal. And for the 2nd time in this game, in this scoring position, unable to move the ball.
So 3rd and goal from the 10.
Hurry up. Yes. 48.
Just got that awaited. Perez swings it out to Perkins. Had it, lost it, but he never made the catch. Never had control of it. And it was Kater who was over there to get up and break it up.
Good reaction outside. And again, when the lanes get constricted, when the field gets constricted, so far now twice in this game, the Memphis defense really doing a nice job in their zone coverage and getting depth, not allowing anything to get behind them and forcing Perez to dump the ball off shallow and again forcing the field goal attempt.
Well, Novak was good from 29 his first attempt, this one from 28. And he's true on that one, so 6-0 Birmingham. A pair of Nick Novak field goals for Tim Lewis and the Birmingham Iron, who are on top, 6-0.
This land is your land, this land is my land, from California to the New York Island, from the Redwood Forest to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me.
Early stages of the 2nd quarter here, opening weekend of the Alliance. Birmingham on top 6-0 over Memphis. It is opening weekend and the Alliance is launching Touchdown for Team Rubicon. For every touchdown scored in every game this month, the Alliance will donate $1,000 to Team Rubicon, a veteran-led nonprofit that helps communities recover after a natural disaster. Find out more and join the effort at AAF.com/donate.
Radar. Monday. Set. Ready? Set.
Memphis on the 25. It's Neal with a carry, his first carry of the game, Arch.
Any thoughts so far on no kickoff, Ben? Any observations? What are your thoughts?
I'm not. Look, the Kickers Union won't like it, but I'm not missing it.
I don't know. I'm a football purist, but it makes the game go faster, and I think that's a plus. The pace of play is striking here, not only last night, but watching it here live. I think it's a good change. It's
a NASCAR-like pace. We are in Alabama, not far from Talladega. That one's incomplete on 2nd and 5 there from Hackenberg.
And I also think, it's only 5 seconds, but going to a 35-second clock. And it's not 35 seconds from when the official spots the ball.
Correct.
It's 35 seconds from the end of the play.
Yeah.
So it's almost 15 seconds faster in between plays than what we're seeing from the National Football League. And I think so far it's worked.
I'm with you on that, Arch. 3rd and 5. Hackenberg and the Express trying to convert here. They need the 35. Hackenberg, flag flies in for the back, dumps it off. And the catch was made by Ross. Now they're saying no. There is a flag.
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, what happened there?
Johnny Maxey with the pressure.
Illegal formation on the defense. 15-yard penalty from the crease spot. Automatic first down.
So, Art, you mentioned it earlier. You can only rush 5 inside of the box, and they got caught here.
Yeah, you can only rush 5 players, and all of them have to be within 5 yards from the line of scrimmage and less than 2 yards outside the end man from the line of scrimmage. Kind of hard to see exactly what they called right there, but 15 yards, a huge penalty when they should have been off the field.
No question about it. 9:55 to go in quarter 2. Hackenberg hands it off. And the carry there by Neal. Rajion Neal, the product of Tennessee. Ocho on the stop. Brings up a 2nd down here for Memphis.
We really haven't seen Hackenberg go outside the numbers, and they really haven't seen this offense isolate their receivers on cornerbacks and man-to-man and make those big throws outside. I would love to see Hackenberg maybe attack the outside part of the field here on this drive.
See what he does here on 2nd and 7. Goes over the middle instead on a quick little slant there. And the catch is made by Alton Pig Howard.
Hey, open. Hey, 6. Open 6. Open 6. Open 6, Monday.
So a first down for the Express.
Ben, you know what Monday means?
Hey, Roger.
Have you picked up on what Monday means?
Monday.
I'll tell you after the snap.
Ready? Set.
It means he's throwing. Not this time, though. Big play turned in by that defense. Massacoy getting in there, leading the charge for the Iron.
So if the Iron are perceptive on that defensive front, Monday most likely means that they're going to go on first down. So they should be able to time up that snap count, and that's some of the things that you're always looking for on defense are the quarterback's tells. But when he says Monday, it's always been on that first down, and if you're smart, you can get a good jump on that snap count.
Well, Birmingham was there. They got him for a big loss. It's 2nd and 18 now.
Monday. Go to 5-4. Set.
It's no Omaha, but he's saying it an awful lot. Play clock. They didn't get the playoff. They waited till Tuesday on that one, apparently.
Daylight savings time, right?
Yeah. Central time.
The clock's got
we're
turned
all
back.
On the offense, 5-yard penalty, 2nd down.
We're all on different time zones, but we're happy to be here no matter what. So that backs up Singletary's guys.
Patriot. Indigo.
He's 2nd and a mile.
Here we go. Patriot. Monday.
24
Monday.
it is. 2nd and 24.
Ready? Set.
Hackenberg dancing around. Now got to get rid of it. Throws it short, incomplete. Good coverage there by the Birmingham defense. Xavier Dixon applying the heat.
Really good coverage downfield for the Iron on defense. And right now it seems that most of the throws and the completions that we're seeing from Hackenberg on this offense have been in their run-pass offense series, where they fake the handoff and throw that quick slant over the middle. But down the field in their isolation routes, they just haven't been able to get any separation.
3rd and 24 now for the Memphis Express, and Christian Hackenberg dumps it off here into the hands of Neal, and the Birmingham defense flexing their muscles. Jamar Summers, who's already had an outstanding start here on the opening weekend for the Iron, coming up the play there.
Yeah, both cornerbacks. Jamar Summers has been extremely active so far today, as has been Channing Stribling for the Express on defense. And I really like what the Iron are doing on defense. They are playing smothering coverage on the back end, and there's simply nowhere for Hackenberg to go. I would have to say they've got to start to work this running game a little bit and start to massage the defense.
Yeah. Wing on to punt. Juan Brave. Dangerous weapon back there. A good job by the coverage team for Memphis. And they take him back for a big loss. Terrell Bonds making the play in there. 6:53 to go in this second quarter. 6-0 Birmingham on top.
From Buffalo Wild Wings, half full or half empty? Well, that depends, really. Are you from New England? Come in this weekend for $5 select pitchers at Buffalo Wild Wings.
Birmingham with the football again. Luis Perez, product of the San Diego area, Chula Vista, California. Trent Richardson lined up to his left. Perez, open man, catch is made by Patton, and Patton still on his feet. Patton with a big-time play on first down to get the first down. A gain of 11. Let's go down to the field, check in with John Schriffen. John.
Well, the Birmingham offense is already without one of their offensive weapons. Starting tight end Braden Bowman went down with a knee injury back in that first quarter. He has an ice pack over his right knee right now on the bench. He is out right now for the game. Guys.
Thanks, John. Appreciate the update. 52-man rosters, 43 dress.
48. Blue 88, hello.
First and 10, Perez calmly gets it into the hands of his target, and he's got something going already here today with Patton, but he's also got something going with Edetewo, number 14 there, and makes another grab.
Yeah, coming into this game, I thought that Edetewo was going to be a guy to watch. He is a late addition here for the Iron in camp, but he's got some great speed. You see how smooth he is with the ball in his hands. And again, for an offense that's been looking for explosive plays, I would figure that he's got to be a guy you have to watch down the field as this game goes on.
8 of 14 is Perez so far today. Richardson with a carry, and Richardson gets the first down. Davis Toll made the stop. Yeah, and to add to what you're saying, I mean, these teams haven't had a lot of time together to work together. It was very interesting last night. Yeah. Listening to Tim Lewis talk about his timeline here in Birmingham, and I mean, they put it together quick.
Well, think about it. You usually, on an NFL team, you have off-season workouts, you have OTAs, you have mini camps, you have training camps. These players have been together for about 30 days.
Right.
And they've had to do everything and install everything in 30 days, not to mention get into football shape. So I got to say that they have done an excellent job across the board in getting ready to play this game.
No doubt about it. Perez taking a shot, floating up. Underneath it, young man they call Turbo.
Beautiful out and up. Watch the slot. Sells it beautifully to the outside, and what a play again. Second time today under pressure. Luis Perez floating that ball up there and gets the ball down the field. Excellent play and great execution between quarterback and slot receiver.
Calling it a 36-yard pickup. Birmingham has been great on first down. Their average gain is 8 yards. Perez, and too high there, looking at Trent Richardson, trying to swing it to him out of the backfield. He had a lot of real estate, did Richardson, but just too high on the pass from Perez.
Ball just kind of sails on Perez that time, and we talked about in 2 previous drives this football team offensively has done a really nice job until they get to the 10-yard line. So I would expect the offensive coordinator, Steve Logan, to maybe take some shots around this part of the field and try and get the ball in there where there's more space for their wide receivers to operate.
See what they do here on 2nd and 10. Perez. Richardson broke one tackle. And they're going to give him progress to the 29-yard line. It's going to bring up 3rd down. 3rd and about 7.
Stop made by Drew Jackson, number 53.
Take a listen in here to Luis Perez in that Birmingham huddle.
Gun Lindy, 3 jet, Toro, shout. I want ready. Sounds good, Buster. No, Lindy.
3rd and 7 from the 29-yard line.
3 jet. Hurry up, let's go. Mike 5-3. Set.
3rd and 7 for Luis Perez. Takes a shot, got rid of it, and incomplete. Incomplete. Patton said yes. The officials say no. The Birmingham fans voicing their displeasure.
It's an incomplete pass. It's 4th down.
Corey Vereen applied the pressure. What do you think, Arch?
Let's see it.
No.
And ball hits the ground.
Yep.
Good effort. Good one-handed effort. But that play was made by the defensive front of the Express. A beautifully executed game on the left side, and they get pressure up the middle and right in the face of Perez.
So Novak, he's been a busy guy here today. His 3rd field goal attempt. He's 2 for 2. Opened the game with a 29-yarder, then a 28-yarder. Here he is from 47. Good snap, good hold. And Novak, 10 years he spent in the NFL with a number of teams. And Nick Novak, 9, Memphis nothing. Matches the uniform number as well. So Tim Lewis and the Birmingham Iron here on opening day, a 9-0 lead.
Oh, they're trying to take kickers out of the game, but they don't want to die.
No kickoffs, you got to go for 2. You still have field goals, and there's still punts here in the Alliance.
And Nick Novak said, "You can't get get rid of me."
He's all smiles, as he should be. Out of the University of Maryland, a San Diego native. Made 82% of his kicks. Played for Washington, played for Arizona, San Diego, the Chargers, Kansas City, the Jets, and the Texans. And he's got all the points so far in franchise history here for the Birmingham Iron. And going nowhere was Terrence McGee. 8 stages of this 2nd quarter. I want to remind you, our Skycam is brought to you today by Wheels Up.
2nd and 9 to the 26.
Hey, Roger. Monday. Set. Ready, set.
2nd and 9. Hackenberg to the outside, and that one is broken up. Beautifully done over there. This Birmingham defense has come to play. Ryan White to play their Arch.
Really has. The secondary in particular, Jamar Summers, we've already documented what kind of game he has had. That time it's Ryan White. Just not a lot of separation out there for the Express offensively. Really kind of surprised we haven't seen number 86, Fabian Guerrera, a guy that kind of dominated last week in their preseason game, but I would imagine he would have to try and make an appearance here as they try and pick up this 1st down.
3rd and 9. Yeah, he was great that game. Hackenberg too high on that one. Incomplete on 3rd down, looking for Reese Horn, and you can hear him apologize for the language. That's all him. He knows it.
Yeah, he knows it, because this ball, a simple curl flat again, this ball has to be low. You throw that ball low and inside, and that's going to be a completion, but the ball just sails on Hackenberg, and the Express offense is forced to punt.
So wing on to punt again. Yeah, that one blocked. Juan Bray from the 20. 2014, he was 2nd in the country at Auburn. Punt return, good job there to string him out. And the Express with 2:25 to go in the half. Able to get him down there. Coming up on the Alliance All Access halftime show, can join Alex Flanagan, Rod Woodson, Sean O'Hara, and Cynthia Freeland as they get you caught up on everything Alliance related. Plus, Sarge and I will have first half highlights, stats, and a whole lot more. It's coming up on the Alliance All Access halftime report.
Huh? Hey, inside. On the Friday?
Hope you're enjoying the broadcast so far.
94 looks good. What are you talking about? On the corner. Okay.
Adam Archuleta and John Schriffen. My name is Ben Holden. All of our great crew here in Birmingham at Legion Field. Perez into the hands of his back with Darius Perkins. Good pickup again on first down. Marcus Gates to tackle.
We talked about Trent Richardson being the focal point of this offense, and that was Ladarius Perkins, who is more of a third down back. He is excellent out of the backfield and has a long history of being able to catch passes out the flat.
Nice job of it there. Good throw from Perez, unable to come up with that grab there as he looked for Felton once again. 2-minute warning, 3rd and 1 upcoming when we come back. Birmingham on top of Memphis, 9-0.
Charles Jean on the coverage for Memphis.
We're family. We'd do anything for each other. But this time, those bonds were definitely tested.
Frog leg for my baby brother.
Don't frogs have, like, 2 legs? So they should have 2 of these. Since I'm active duty and she's family, I was able to set my sister up with a sweet membership from Navy Federal. If you hold it closer, it looks bigger.
Eat your food.
My big sis likes to make tiny food, and I'm okay with that.
Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission.
Let's go, man. Let's go. Let's go.
The 2-minute warning has been reached. Minute 56 to go as we look around the Alliance. Saturday's headlines. Garrett Gilbert looked really good in that game last night, Arch.
He really did. I think most of the, look, this league is about everybody, but I think everybody wants to see the quarterbacks. How good these quarterbacks play largely is going to be the quality of this league. I mean, I think that's what the league is built around, especially when you talk to one of the co-founders, the great Bill Polian. Developing quarterbacks, their mechanics, their accuracy, and developing the offensive linemen are 2 of the major priorities for the Alliance.
Indeed, and you saw San Antonio solid defensively last night as well in their win at the Alamo Dome. 3rd and a yard. Iron 3 of 7 converting, and Perez keeps it, calls his own number. Make it 4 of 8. I liked what Perez said. I liked a lot of what he said last night. One of the things that stood out to me, he said 96 guys get to play quarterback in the NFL. I want to be one of those guys.
Sure.
Very sharp, confident young man. Trying to put together a drive here late in the second quarter as the catch was made by Ladarius Perkins. Stop made by DeMarcus Gates.
So now as time winds down here in the second quarter, a great opportunity for Perez to execute the 2-minute drill. 1 minute, 15 seconds left, plenty of time.
Took a shot, got rid of it, and nearly reeled in there. Was it caught? No, they come in and say it hit the ground.
It's 3rd down.
Oh, I don't know.
What do you think, Adam?
I mean, it looked as if the left arm might have been under it. I think that's worth a challenge.
Yeah.
And worth an extra look. I got to believe that.
Timeout of the half for Birmingham. 30-second timeout.
Birmingham took the timeout.
Based on early replay angles, I think there's a possibility that Patton caught this football. Yeah, he's pointing at that left forearm, and I believe it's a great possibility that the ball landed on the left forearm and did not touch the ground.
So Tim Lewis, he's looking up at the scoreboard in the stadium. Here's another look for us.
Boy, it's so tight. I mean, there is a chance that the ball simultaneously touched the ground as it hit the forearm.
Tim Lewis has thrown the challenge flag.
Yeah, but I think that angle right there, you're going to see the nose of the football hits the ground simultaneously as it hits his arm. So I think this play is going to stand as an incomplete pass.
So one of the things the Alliance is offering, and you'll see here, you will hear our replay official, Mark Butterworth, look back at this.
You can't tell if the hand's underneath it.
The point of the ball hits the ground when it comes down right there. It's
Under
not
2 minutes,
under
there is
control.
no challenge.
It's ground.
Hey, let's go. Hey.
So to me, Ben, the ball hits the ground simultaneously, and so I think that's a good call. Play stands as an incomplete pass.
Under 2, of course, and has come from the booth, so the challenge does no good. Incomplete, the play stands. Perez gets rid of it, caught by Perkins, who's seen a lot of time here. Another flag comes in the neighborhood of the 42-yard line with 58 seconds remaining.
Could be a block in the back by one of the express wide receivers.
Prior to the pass, holding on the defense. Penalty is declined. Result of the play is first down.
That's big. 58 seconds to go. Birmingham averaging 8.3 yards per play on first down. Memphis averaging just 2.
I think it's interesting having a defensive-minded head coach. You think coming into this game, especially with guys like Trent Richardson, that it's going to be a run-first offense, but it has been pass-first on first down. And so far, I think Perez has been up to the task of throwing so often on early downs.
12 for 22 for 168 for him so far. Incomplete there off the right hand of Quentin Patton. Second down and 10 coming up.
Hey. Hey, gun Ricky 2 jet, wide corner Z sword on. Yep. My 5-3.
Second down and 10. You heard the huddle there from the 48-yard line. Perez down the middle and broken up, coming across and making that play was Tarpley. Arnold Tarpley is Patton the intended target there. And Tarpley in some pain, you can see. Training staff will come out to tend to him with 50 seconds to play here in the half.
Yeah, look, just as Tarpley went up for the football, Patton's helmet hit him right in the ribs. Really nice job of coming over, and you see he's going for the football, but right in the ribs goes Quentin Patton's helmet, and
after the fact, Patton not happy about that. Jackson saying, look, man, I'm sorry. So as they continue to tend to Tarpley, college ball at Vanderbilt. Head coach Mike Singletary.
Hey, look at here. We get the next one.
Good to see him up. I'm sure you've been in that situation before, Arch. In a play like that?
A few times.
Usually,
though, I'm going right through the wide receiver. There's not much jumping for balls, part of my game. You know, I was kind of a one-trick pony, if you know what I mean.
I know what you mean. Here's a look back.
Really a nice job, though, by Tarpley reading the eyes of Perez and coming over the top to make that play. You think, I wonder who his favorite target is. What do you think, Ben? A little Quentin Patton? If I was playing defense here for the Express, I would make sure I know where number 11 is, because so far in this game, he's been thrown at 8 times, and he's caught 3 of those balls.
7 throws on the drive so far for Luis Perez. make it 8. Perkins has got it near side. Little hop step there. Takes it to the 43-yard lines where they're going to spot him out. A punt here on 4th down.
I don't know. I think that certainly that's a conservative decision, but man, you're on the 42-yard line. You got to have a lot of confidence that this punter is going to be able to drop this ball inside the 20 or inside the 10. I'd have to say I would probably go for it, especially the way your defense has been shutting down the offense of the Express.
Schmidt hangs one up high. Their catch called for, and Birmingham is going to pin him inside of the 5. Outstanding work. Jamar Summers, there's that man again, Arch. He's making plays all over the field, does it here on the punt coverage team.
So naturally punting is the wise option right there.
Yes.
Ben.
Yes.
Football is so much easier when you know what the outcome of the play is going to be, don't you think?
But that's no fair. We got to let it unfold.
Oh, okay. There'd be no use for us then, I guess.
Exactly. So 34 seconds left. What do you do here?
Yeah, I would imagine you're going to see Memphis run this ball right down the middle, get out of dodge, and go into halftime and try and regroup. But you cannot risk something. It's going to be a run play.
Yep. Hackenberg gives off right up the gut, as you said.
Ball carried by Zach Stacy.
Safe play there to Zach Stacy.
Stopping by Jeremy Ball.
Hey, same thing. Hey, hammer.
Birmingham will get the ball to begin the second half, leading 9-0 at this point of the game.
Hammer. Hey, easy.
Second 6 from 7.
So they're just going to let it wind down. You hear Christian Hackenberg, both quarterbacks mic'd, our head coach is mic'd as well. And that's the end of the first half. Arch, we've called a half in the Alliance. What are your biggest takeaways so far today, my friend?
Well, I would say that in the field of play, you've got to really be impressed with the Iron offensively, being able to move the ball down the field in a pass-first offense. Perez has done a pretty good job. They have to shore up their goal line offense. I think on the other side of the ball for the Express offensively, Christian Hackenberg has only completed 3 passes, and they have not looked crisp or sharp. They've got to figure out what's going on in their passing game and try and pick up some first downs.
Very good. Two teams making their way off. The crisscross to get off can sometimes be dangerous. No problems here. The two teams make their way in. 3 field goals by Nick Novak. That's the difference in the game. And John Schriffen now, the head coach of the Iron. Tim Lewis. Schriff.
Coach, we've seen your offense be explosive at times, but your drives seem to stall out. How do you finish it with touchdowns instead of field goals?
Oh, that's what we're going to address right now. I think the players are playing really hard. The coach is doing a great job. We are moving it between the 20s. We've got to find a way to punch it in.
This will be your first halftime speech with Birmingham Iron. What do you tell your guys?
Everything is a first. Keep doing what you're doing. I really like where we're at right now. They're playing very hard. They're doing what we're asking them to do. I have no complaints.
Coach, good luck in the second half.
Thank you, sir.
Very good. Birmingham will get the ball to start the second half as well. That's the end of the first half. The Iron, the Birmingham Iron up 9-0. We'll send you the Alliance All Access halftime show after this.
Guys, listen. They have thrown their best punches, and they got 9 points. Everything went perfect for them in the first half. What we have to do on the defensive side of the ball, just settle down, play it. Play our defense. On offense, we're doing exactly what we thought we could do. We've got to settle down, bring those passes down, hit those underneath routes. You know what I'm saying?
All right, inside the Memphis Express locker room, mic'd up was head coach Mike Singletary, and the team's given up 9 points. Welcome up to the booth alongside Adam Archuleta. My name is Ben Holden. John Schriffen with us as well. So what are your thoughts on the first half so far, this one?
Well, let's go back to the Iron on offense. Okay. I think the difference in this game for both teams are first down. They've been a passing first offense on first down, averaging almost 8 yards every first down, but for the Express, they're running the ball only averaging about 2.2 yards per carry on first down. So somehow for the Express to get on the track offensively, their first down production has to be much better.
No question about it. You heard Mike Singletary say get those passes down, referring to Hackenberg. Quentin Patnell's got something going with Luis Perez.
He has been the favorite target. He's been thrown at 8 times. He has 3 catches for 68 yards and had some pretty incredible efforts on some one-handed grabs. Now, he has had an exceptional first half, but I think they have to diversify their passing offense here in the second half, get some of their other receivers involved, and maybe start to run the ball a little bit.
A little bit, yeah. You see the first half stats there, and what grabs your eyes the most, if anything?
Well, I would have suspected that both of these football teams would be farther along in their rushing offense. That has not been the case. I think both teams have to run the ball a little bit better. I think the numbers here, Christian Hackenberg, only 3 passing completions of 11 attempts. We all know those numbers have to improve dramatically and start to hit some of those easy throws to extend these drives.
All right, that was our QB comparison brought to you today by Navy Federal Credit Union. So third quarter set to begin. Birmingham, 1st and 10 from the 25. Richardson. Davis Toll with a tackle.
You know, I got to tell you, we just referenced it, that I thought both of these teams would be better running the football here in this game. And usually the offensive line would be much better in their run blocking skills early in this season, as they would be, or much better than their pass blocking. But both offenses have given up a lot of penetration and allowed the defense to get into that backfield. That's one area where both these teams have to improve on offense.
That's a 2 on that first down play. Perez. And almost intercepted. Almost picked off by Memphis. Channing Stribling. We had a couple of big plays in the first half. Couldn't come up with that one, Arch.
Good pass protection by number 33, Trent Richardson, and Stribling almost able to make the interception here to start off the third quarter, and that's maybe the 4th time that we've said his name today in coverage.
There is a flag down. Sorry, Arch.
You might want to test your chances against some of these other corners.
15-yard penalty from the previous spot. Automatic first down.
So in a big costly penalty there against Mike Singletary's defense. Stribling going off, and also hobbling off is Amba Edetewo, who they targeted a few times in the first half. It was a legal defense. You can only rush 5.
And we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How about that?
That's right.
Hey. Pretty good at that, right? I was a little confused at first on whether or not I could count properly, but I feel pretty confident about that.
Good stuff. Richardson lined up behind Luis Perez.
Blue 99. Blue 99.
Richardson, they feed him. Finds his way through. They lost the ball, though. Ball came out. And a mad scramble to try and get it. They'll have to unfurl the bodies in there. It came out. DeMarcus Gates, the one that forced the fumble on Trent Richardson.
Who has it, Ben?
I'm going to guess Birmingham.
No, it's Memphis.
First down, Memphis.
They've got it. I couldn't tell with all the bodies in there. Well, Richardson coughs it up. There's the winner.
There you go.
Jonathan Cook came away with it. We look back.
Really nice job, you see, right at the end of that play.
Gates got it loose.
Gates coming in from behind. And Richardson just drops the ball. That's a great start for Mike Singletary's defense. Now, for the first time, really in this game, Christian Hackenberg and his offense enjoying some really nice field position. Let's see if they can do something with it.
Yeah, DeMarcus Gates, weak side backer, coming up with that forced fumble. Zach Stacy with it inside of the 40-yard line, close to the 35. Possibly the best field position they've had in the game, certainly to start with, no doubt about it.
Well, the difference between both of these offenses could not be more opposite. Birmingham throwing the ball on first down, and for Memphis, 9 times they've ran the ball on first down. Finally, they pick it up and put them in a good 2nd and 2.
Trying to get free, but unable to. Nowhere to go back there.
Terrence McGee on the carry. Ran off for the iron.
Wildcat set there as a direct snap it there to McGee, the LSU product.
A really nice job again, good penetration, and there's Jamar Summers. We've called his name a couple times in coverage. This time he is involved in the run support defense and is able to get in the backfield and make that play.
Memphis 1 of 5 on 3rd down. Big one here for Hackenberg. They need 3. Go to the ground game and they pick it up. It's Terrence McGee to move the sticks for the Express.
No.
Stop by Max Rayfield.
Good play call, 3rd and short, 5-man pressure. And it looked like initially Matthew Wells was scot-free in the backfield. But a nice move to the right side to pick up that first down. And for the first time, Christian Hackenberg is able to extend one of his drives.
Yeah. And the breadbasket there of Zach Stacy. Both 1 tackle and a good pickup. The product of Vanderbilt. 3 years in the NFL, 1,300 plus yards in his career. Getting a 5 on the run.
I think right now would be an excellent time on 2nd and 5 for Hackenberg to utilize some play action and take a shot at the end zone. Try and open this up, open up the offense, and go outside the numbers to one of your wide receivers. But I do think you have to take some shots right here to try and loosen up this defense.
With you on that. 2nd and 5. And Stacy breaks through there, and a good pickup and a 1st down run for Zach Stacy as Casey Sales made the stop. At the Express rolling now down to the 15-yard line.
Really is a nice patience. We talked about the yards after contact from Trent Richardson, but Zach Stacy has a reputation to be able to break some tackles. Good patience hitting that backside and picking up a 1st down.
Wildcat again. This time they give it off to Alton Pig Howard, coming near side with it.
You know, one thing that we spoke about with Rick Minter, the defensive coordinator for the Birmingham Iron in their defense, is that he thought, not sure what to expect from this offense, that if Brandon Silvers came into the game, you'd see a lot more Wildcat, you'd see a lot more trick formations, a lot more trick plays. Christian Hackenberg is still the quarterback, but you see a lot more jet sweeps. You see some Wildcat trying to do something to mix things up on offense on early down.
We're running again here with McGee. This is the longest drive today so far for Memphis. 23 yards on their opening drive, and this one to this point is 36.
And utilizing what we call 21 personnel, 2 backs, running back and fullback, 2 wide receivers and 1 tight end, and just running right downhill and having some good success against the Iron defense.
See the play selection. They've run it 6 times on this drive. This will be the 8th play of it. 3rd and 3. Stacy. Defense flexing their muscles. It's going to be 4th and very short. What do you do, Arch? You go for it or kick it?
You got to go for this. This is your best, most promising drive of the game, and you've had really nice success running the football on this drive. You're down 9-0, 4th and 1. I think right now you go for this and try and pick up this 1st down.
Massaquoi made the stop. They're doing exactly what you said, Arch. They're going for it. Richardson coughed it up. And it gave Memphis the ball. 4th and 1. And Birmingham's defense is exactly what their name is. Iron. They come up with a huge stop. Summers in there again. Sales helping out as well.
Well, Sales, the initial penetration is where it came from. On the right side of the offensive line, Casey Sales, number 90, just drives right through. the right tackle and makes that play in the backfield. Now, I don't love the play call right there. You have your fullback, Anthony Manzo-Lewis. You've got to give that ball to one of your workhorse running backs. Do not love the play call right there from the Express.
Casey Sales, the stop, 9-0 Birmingham. Well, Casey Sales, Arch was talking about him. They call him the iron for their defense. Let's listen to the head coach of Birmingham, Tim Lewis, and his sounds so far today.
Hey, nice drive. Hey, nice drive. Nice job. Hey, that was open left. It's a slot set. You need to have a corner over here. Yes! That's what I'm talking about. Playmakers.
Good stuff. Good work by our tape room and our audio folks. As Perkins in there to start this possession here in this drive for Birmingham. Richardson putting it on the turf last time, but a good stop there by Andrew Jackson, who they love. Product of Lakeland, Florida, Western Kentucky. Spent some time in the league. Sixth rounder of the Colts in 2014. Second and 12. Perez, dangerous throw to double coverage there. He got a break there indeed. Jonathan Cook broke it up. 3rd and 12 coming up.
Yeah, really nice break on the ball. And I think one thing that we're seeing a lot of from both defenses is playing the extra safety down like a linebacker. And so what that means is that you should have some opportunities on the outside in one-on-one coverage. Now the question is, can these wide receivers, can they beat these cornerbacks? And can the quarterbacks get the ball out on time and throw the ball outside the numbers? But when you bring a safety up inside, if you can't attack outside the numbers, it's going to be hard to move the football.
See if they look the pattern we just showed you there, and Perez just throws it into the ground, had nothing. He's looking for Ladarius Perkins, so punt group will come on here for Birmingham. So Memphis, their defense, they hold, and now they should have a short field to work with here.
One more time, and you're going to get some really good field position and maybe get an opportunity to block this punt. Right at the 6-yard line, you should have a shorter distance to the punter and have an opportunity to try and get one.
Bolton Schmidt. See what he's done today, 41.5 in his previous 2 punts. They bring the heat, and he got it away. There's a flag, though, and got him down low. The return, it was Davis Cole that got in there. As Pig Howard on the return. But there are flags in the end zone.
Yeah, running into the kicker.
Yep.
Maybe a case.
Roughing the kicker, receiving team number 55. 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Huge, costly penalty there against Memphis. Here it is, Arch.
Yeah, roughing instead of running into the kicker, and that's an easy call right there. Davis Toll was scot-free right up the middle. And that's one of the differences when you don't have the normal 15 yards of cushion. You got to know, as a punt rusher, there's less space, and so you have to adjust your course and realize that there's not as much room there, and you cannot give the offense another opportunity when you could have had great field position inside the 50-yard line.
Yes. Costly penalty. It'll be 1st down and 10 from the 21-yard line here for Birmingham. 3 field goals from Nick Novak, the scoring thus far in the game. Perkins in the backfield. Perez fakes to him. Luis Perez now dumps it off, and Perkins, who's played a lot here today, and the ball came out. The ball came out. Memphis has it. Memphis comes up with another fumble.
There's a fumble recovered by the defense. First down, Memphis.
Jeremy Cottrell
Ball is out.
Yep.
What
Gates
a play.
stripped it.
Yeah, what a play by the linebacker, DeMarcus Gates. I thought initially, as that play was developing, Quentin Patton was open in the zone down the field. And I thought that Luis Perez missed him and had a chance to hit this defense for a big play. But great hustle for the second turnover of the game and to start out this second half. And now you start right at the 30-yard line. You got to take advantage of it.
Second forced fumble by Memphis. Can they cash in on this one? After the Richardson fumble, they got down there, got stopped. Roughing the punter call. McGee on the run there. They get it back here with 7:50 and counting to go in the third.
Hey, Sarah River, Sarah River, Sarah River, Sarah River. No, no, no. Sarah River. Hey, Monday,
Got to
Monday,
take
Monday.
a shot. Got to take a shot
Monday.
and test this defense if you're Christian Hackenberg.
2nd and 2. Instead, they give it to Alton Big Howard. And Howard able to pick up the first down over the 20 to the 19. Beniquez Brown forced him out.
First down, Memphis has chosen to use the running game, and here they are again. Looks like 21 personnel, one running back, one fullback, one tight end. This has been a running set, but love to see some play action.
Neal's the deep back. And Birmingham defense coming up big again. Massaquoi with another big play.
Well, penetration on the edge has been working all night. Number 57 gets off of the block, and that's just too easy. This has been a predictable offense here on first down, a run-heavy offense on first down, and they have done a pretty good job here in the second half. But again, I think you got to mix it up a little bit and throw some passes there on first down and loosen up this defense.
2nd and 14 now for Hackenberg. Hackenberg over the middle quick and just simply dropped. That's got to be caught. Neal dropped it. Rajion Neal dropping that pass. 3rd and 14 now.
Yeah.
Too many drops, that's pretty easy. You catch that ball and you're looking at still maybe 3rd and 8, 3rd and 9. But because of that negative play on first down, 3rd and 14 when you're sitting inside the 25-yard line is tough to pick up. So expect all the receivers to go deep and probably look for Hackenberg to check this down to one of his running backs.
Memphis 2 of 7 on 3rd down. Hackenberg down the middle. Oh, knocked into the air and incomplete. Looking for Alton Pig Howard there. And there was all kinds of black jerseys around there. Jacob Hagan broke it up.
A good conversion by the Iron secondary, but I would have loved to see this on first down. Not the predictable 3rd and 15 or 3rd and 13. When everybody is playing back, you had good position inside by the middle linebacker, and both safeties are just reading the eyes of the quarterback and are able to break up that pass.
So a 41-yard field goal attempt for the former LSU Tiger, Josh Jasper. Flags everywhere.
Ball start, offense, number 76, 5-yard penalty. It's 4th down.
Toby Weathersby, the former LSU Tiger, the guilty one there.
All right, try it again.
Try it again. They'll line up. And try this from 46. Hackenberg on the headset for the OC. 46-yard attempt. Memphis looking for their first points in their first ever game in the Alliance. And they're not going to get it here as that kick goes well left. So Tim Lewis's defense, Art, comes up big again.
Really nice job.
So 3 field goals from Birmingham. The attempt there by Josh Jasper. No dice. It remains a 9-0 lead for Birmingham. So Josh Jasper had a chance, the hometown product from Memphis, Tennessee, but could not get the field goal to go from 46. I want to remind you, our Skycam is brought to you today by Wheels Up. Great to have you with us, with Adam Archuleta, John Schriff, and all of our crew. My name is Ben Holden. Opening weekend of the Alliance. 9-0 lead for Birmingham. So last drive they put Perkins in, Arch, after Richardson fumbled. Richardson's back in now as the running back. Turned it over the last 2 drives. Each back fumbling. Perez over the middle. Complete. Good pick up there is Tobias Palmer with a reception there. His first catch of the day.
Well, really nice start to Mike Singletary's football team in the second half, forcing 2 fumbles inside the 50-yard line, but with 2 great drives with great starting field position, still sitting there with 0 points. So the defense really doing their job coming out after halftime, but the offense really struggling to find itself and find their identity here in this game.
Yeah, DeMarcus Gates forcing both those fumbles, and Richardson stopped in his tracks. Outstanding work to break through there by Channing Stribling, the Michigan product.
Stribling has been
everywhere.
Outstanding in this game. And look, he's 6'2", 180 pounds.
Yep.
But you want to be a marquee back, you've got to make that extra defender miss. That is a matchup that Trent Richardson has to be able to make. When it's one-on-one with the defensive back on the edge, you got to run him over or make him miss. But that was a great tackle on the outside by Stribling.
3rd and 5. They bring Perkins back in next to Luis Perez. Perez trying to convert this thing. The throw, the catch, and they're going to be short. He needed the 46 to the 45. Perkins the grab, and Stribling on the tackle.
Tim Lewis, I think right now you've got to punt this ball. I know it's extremely tempting to go for this, but hey, your defense is playing pretty well, and you're in your own territory with a 9-point lead with an offense that hasn't been able to score points on you. So punting the ball here is the right decision. Might be a boring decision, Ben. I know you're not liking it, but
I'd like to see him go for it.
Yeah, this isn't Madden football, all right? This is real football that.
Here's Schmidt. No penalty here. High punt. And they get down there and down it. Took a perfect bounce. And they pin him inside of the 5. Jacob Hagan down there. And Schmidt does the job. 3:46 to go in the 3rd. Beautiful punt. And a 9-0 Birmingham lead. So after a 49-yard punt by Colton Schmidt, they spot it down at the 6, and that's where Hackenberg and Memphis will start this drive. Zach Stacy. 3-yard pickup for Stacy there.
Stop by Xavier Dixon.
Dixon on the tackle. They really like his game, the Birmingham linebacker. Christian Hackenberg still 23 years old. That's amazing, isn't it? 24, and another week or so he'll turn. 2nd and 7. Hackenberg up throwing. And he finds his target, Reese Horn. That'll move the chains.
First down, and I think the only passes so far in this game that Hackenberg has been able to complete have been slants over the middle.
Yeah.
That's only his 5th completion of the game out of 15 passing attempts. And I would love to see this offense maybe open things up a little bit. Now a spread formation on 1st down where they have been a heavy run in this game.
Hackenberg sits on the 16. You can add to that. Alton Big Howard with a catch. And he gets the 1st down for the Express out over the 30-yard line. Beniquez Brown the tackle, but they move the sticks.
A simple crossing route, spread formation, 5 receivers, including the running back, out in passing routes, and this is a guy that is the fastest guy on their team in Howard, and trying to get the ball in his hands. You've seen some jet reverses and some jet sweeps. Nice job getting him the ball on some crossing routes.
Hackenberg stands in. There's a flag down the backfield. The catch was made by Reese Horn.
Hackenberg's pass completely Horn. Flag on the play.
Referee today, Brandon Cruz. Here's the verdict.
Come on. Personal foul, face mask, offense number 77, 15 yards from the previous spot. It's first down.
Anthony Morris, Memphis, Tennessee product, played his college ball at Tennessee State. Guilty there, a 7th-round pick of Oakland in 2015.
And what was a promising drive.
On the ball.
Stall number 77, your left tackle on the left side of your screen, and it's a tough mistake. Finally able to get something going with some good first downs, but
Stacy up the middle. Short pickup there. Coming up on 90 seconds to play in the 3rd quarter. These games move.
They sure do.
Opening weekend of the Alliance, our first of 10 regular season games, Sundays at 4 on CBS Sports Network.
Monday, set. Ready? Set.
Christian Hackenberg dumps it off, grab made. Adrian Robinson, one of their tight ends. Going to bring up 3rd down.
One of the things that I'm really impressed with when looking at Tim Lewis's defense is how the secondary has really kept everything in front of them. And you see all the plays and every pass that Hackenberg has been able to execute has either been a quick slant or a dump off to one of the running backs, and they haven't let anything get deep.
They have not. Here they come, 3rd and long, and they get the job done again. Does the defense of Birmingham. Jack Tocho there with a pressure there on Hackenberg.
Really nice job. Pay attention right here. Faking like he's dropping out in coverage and then blitzing up inside.
Intentional grounding. Offense, number 14. The pocket, threw the ball into an area with no receiver. Penalty is 10 yards from the previous spot. A loss of down. It's 4th down.
That came in late, that flag.
Yeah, really nice job by the safety, Jack Tocho, who faked like he was zone dropping. And then as soon as the offensive linemen shifted their eyes, he's able to blitz right up the middle. Hackenberg sees it too late, tries to get the ball out of your hand, and you see there are 0 white jerseys in the area right there for Hackenberg to get the ball to.
There too, right? Where'd my back go? On what? On that. Dolphin.
The punt is Wing. He's a busy man in the first half. On Bray. Bray gets away. He's dangerous. Good return out to the 45, a 48-yard punt. And good field position for Birmingham here with 14 seconds remaining in the 3rd quarter, and they're on top by 9. Luis Perez, the offense back out there as Tim Lewis looks on.
You know, watching this offense in Perez, they had some good success moving the ball in that first half, and I thought it was with a lot of condensed formation. Their 2 tight end sets where they had some movement and some crossing patterns. They've gone a little bit more to some spread looks in a traditional drop back spread passing game, and they haven't been as effective. So I would imagine now if you're Steve Logan, the offensive coordinator, going back to some of those movement passes, some of those bootleg passes to try and get the offense going here in this as we start the 4th quarter.
Yep, 14 seconds remaining here in the 3rd. Perez took a shot, got rid of it though. Grab is made. And he got rid of that one to Palmer. Good pickup by Tobias Palmer. Corey Farino with a big time pressure. So that does it. Listen to that shot delivered by Vereen there on Perez. That's the end of the third quarter. You're watching the Alliance of American Football on CBS Sports Network, the 24-hour home of CBS Sports. Just about set to begin the fourth, a 9-0 lead for Birmingham. Let's get down to the field. Third member of our team is John Triffin, standing by with K'Wan Ross.
Thank you, Ben. K'Wan Ross played his college ball at Kentucky, wide receiver on this team. It's been a difficult afternoon for this offense, but we've seen sparks here in this second half. How do you get in the end zone in the fourth quarter?
Stick what we know. We got to just do what we've been practicing, and obviously adjust to what they're showing us out here, giving us some different coverages that we maybe expected to see. So we just got to, get back to what we do in practice.
Okay. Thanks a lot. Good luck in this fourth quarter.
All right, so his thoughts. Mike Singletary looking on. What are your thoughts as we set to begin the fourth here, Arch?
You got to open up this passing game. You've had some good success here in the third quarter running the football, but you have 0 points to show for it. So I think for Memphis, they're a little bit predictable on offense. They've got to be able to open it up and throw to their outside receivers to get back in this game.
All right, here goes Perez in the Birmingham Iron offense. They take a shot. Perez throws it out there, and a beautiful play. Quentin Patton is main man today. A huge gain. Davis Tull with a pressure, but it didn't matter.
A really nice job. That's the second or third time we've seen an incredible diving effort by Patton. This time ending up with a catch, but he's able to get behind Stripling. And Perez, again, showing some great touch to the outside and getting the explosive play.
Memphis, they are challenging this. If the play stands, it'd be first and goal. But Singletary's decided to challenge it.
He's challenging the ruling on the field of a catch.
So something the Alliance is doing. I'll get to that after we look back at the replays.
Oh,
yeah.
Great challenge by Mike Singletary and his staff, seeing that. But that ball goes right through Patton's arms, hits the ground, and that's going to come back.
Let's go.
Low end zone. Yeah, that'd be great.
Hey, are you there? You're watching from the offense. Keep it high.
Thank you. G.
Hey, let's go. All right.
Hey, Brandon.
Hey.
Yeah, I'm here.
Hey, Brandon. We're looking at a bunch of different angles. The ball's moving, but we can't tell if the ball's hitting the ground or not. The call's going to have to stand. It looks like his arm's underneath it when it's coming down. We're losing everything on it.
Everybody down here thinks it's an incomplete pass. It's kind of interesting, but if you don't have obvious evidence.
The angles I have, do we have anything else? We can't. Brandon, we're going to have to go to the call. I'm losing.
You're going with stands?
We're going to go with stands. Okay?
You're going with stands?
We're going to go with stands.
Right.
Call stand. We can't tell.
We already moved everything. What yard line? I don't know why we moved it.
We're at the
what
10.
Yard line?
The catch is at
9 yard line?
9 yard line. Clock's
9 yard
good.
line?
Wind the
First
clock.
and goal?
Yep.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Mark Butterworth, our replay official, saying he couldn't see enough. Here's the word.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field of a catch stands as called. It'll be first down.
So the reaction from the Birmingham fans here, and Patton yelling, little air guitar. That's a surprise.
You know what that little move by Patton was right there? That's the I got away with one call.
Let's listen to Mike Singletary.
No. Hey! You see that?
I feel you, Mr. Singletary.
Yeah.
I respectfully disagree with that call.
Second the motion, Arch.
Mike Singletary is beside himself. To me, it looked clearly like the ball hit the ground.
Let's look back at a few more looks.
The ball right there, to me, clearly touches the ground and is not in control of Patton.
Right.
And I really don't know what else to say about that.
Yeah, I mean,
Mike Singletary surprisingly calm.
Yes, I'm shocked.
Surprisingly calm. That's a huge play.
Yes,
a huge play.
First and goal now at the 9.
Tough break for Mike Singletary and his defense.
So Luis Perez with Perkins in the backfield. Perez got some room. Perez, though, to the slot, took a shot. And there's the flag. Took a shot as he was sliding down to Marcus Gates, who's made some big plays for the Memphis defense. That one might have cost him there.
Yeah, anytime the quarterback initiates that slide, even though it could be a little late.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness. Defense, number 58, at the distance of the goal. Automatic first down. Let's go.
In my eyes, the slide is a little late, but Memphis, as a defensive player, really tough to get away with that. And I feel your pain.
So unnecessary roughness on Gates, who, aside from that, played a really good game. 2 forced fumbles. The first on Trent Richardson, the second one on Ladarius Perkins on back-to-back drives. Singletary's still got to be just beside himself about that call.
Huge call, but
he's talking to any of the officials that'll listen.
Somewhere Sean Payton is see, I told you it can happen to anybody, right?
So it is first and goal coming up when we resume play here. And a 9-0 lead for Birmingham. Let's listen in.
Roger, wait, from the 10-yard line. 14 force on second color. Ready?
Richardson, the deep back.
Short.
First and goal for the Iron.
48.
Richardson gets stopped. Andrew Jackson bursting through there and making a big play for the Memphis defense.
Really is a great play from Andrew Jackson. Right up the middle, untouched, diagnoses it and gets to Richardson before he can make his move.
Tell the guys to hold. This is the game right here. Hold, get the ball, hold.
He's got a point.
He does. And Singletary raved about Andrew Jackson. Just loves everything about him, his mentality, everything about him. That was a huge play. Second goal coming here, Arch.
Well, Singletary's defense has done a nice job in the red zone.
Richardson taking it in! Touchdown! The first in franchise history for the Birmingham Iron, and it's Richardson, the former Alabama great, taking it in for the touchdown, and Birmingham's up 15-0. The 2-point conversion attempt upcoming. There is a flag down. So our referee, Brandon Cruz, talking with his crew. Let's hear what he has to say.
Unsportsmanlike conduct. Offense, number 33, spiked the ball and it went into the stands. By rule, this is unsportsmanlike. 15-yard penalty will be enforced on Memphis possession.
Oh, come on. Come on. I mean, that's splitting hairs. Nice run by Richardson. Julius Wormsley cannot get off the block, and we got the Gronk spike into the stands.
Richardson into the end zone. First touchdown in Birmingham Iron history. They'll go for 2. If you're just joining us or just been with us for a short time, you have to go for 2 in the Alliance. No point afters.
Love this rule.
I do too, Adam.
To me, this is This is one that has to creep its way into the National Football League.
Richardson behind Perez. Perez instead going to roll out, going to throw, and it's caught. Richardson! He gets the 2 as well! Trent Richardson, the touchdown, the 2-point play. Having a little fun afterwards with the linemen. The guys that do the work up front is Richardson. 13:26 to go. Patton, a catch or not, they didn't overturn it, it stood, and then Richardson does the rest. The TD run and the 2-point play, 17-0 Birmingham. Well, a 5-play drive, 53 yards, 147, the 4-yard touchdown by Richardson. And that 39-yard catch by Quentin Patnarch.
It's a tough break. I think it's, I don't know, I think it's clear to most out there that that was not a catch. But sometimes that's the way the ball bounces.
That's how you do it, baby. Good
Yes,
job.
it is. So Memphis and Hackenberg go back to work. Hackenberg downfield finds his target. And Reese Horn have hooked up 3 or 4 times here so far today.
So that's the play. That's what I've been waiting for all game. First down, 2 backs, play action passing, and throw it out to one of your wide receivers.
Our Skycam today brought to you by Wheels Up.
Cross country! Cross country! Yep.
Going out of the Wildcat here. Terrence McGee. Now they're trying to trick everyone. Hackenberg taking a shot, got a man out there. There's a flag down though. The catch is made by K'Wan Ross, but we got to check the flag. Looks like procedure, the early indication, and Mike Singletary's like, you're kidding me.
2 players moving at the same time. The tailback quarterback, Terrence McGee, was moving as the Express started their motion.
Offense covered up an eligible receiver, 5 yards from the previous spot. It's first down.
So I thought it was procedure. You're going to see movement, but the penalty was at the top of the screen, covering up the end man on the line of scrimmage. And another tough break for Mike Singletary's football team. Cost him a big play.
Now whistles halting play. Timeout's been taken by Birmingham.
This is the first timeout for Birmingham. 30-second timeout.
Got 2 left. Memphis, all 3 of theirs, 12:45 to go. 17-point lead for Birmingham. They started the game off 3 field goals from Nick Novak before Richardson on that last drive took one in from 4 and then capped it off with a 2-point conversion play on the throw from Luis Perez.
That has to be disheartening for Mike Singletary when you work on a trick play and you're able to execute it and score a touchdown here, but then it gets called back because of a detail in covering up the end man on the line of scrimmage. So just a simple mistake cost this football team dearly.
And you see the major rule differences. Those of you new to this, we're all new to it, but those of you maybe joining us late, major differences from the NFL.
Interested to see the onside conversion and interested to see how overtime works as the season goes on.
Here goes Hackenberg trying to go to work, taking a shot, and tipped, and hitting the ground as they look downfield to Ross. Wanted a penalty, didn't get it. Summers on the coverage. He's had a whale of a game.
Yeah, Summers was all over it. Great body position. As you watch how he turns to the inside, uses his body to box out Ross. Ross was out of bounds, so he wouldn't be eligible to catch this ball anyways, but just great body position in pinning Ross to the sideline, and there's nowhere for Hackenberg to try and fit that ball into.
Jamar Summers has had a day here so far. Hackenberg delivers, catch made in the neighborhood of the 35. As that one was reeled in. First time today we've called his name Arch by Fabian Guerra.
Really thought he would have played a big part in this game. I thought he was exceptional last week in their scrimmage and made a lot of big-time plays. And the fact that we're only calling his name for the first time here in the fourth quarter is something that really kind of surprises me as I watch this offense.
Yeah, with you on that. He's their best receiver in that game. In the scrimmage against Salt Lake, Hackenberg. And that one right into the ground. We apologize for the language. When you got mics on players, that might happen. He was looking for Guerra again. 4th and 4 coming up. Jack Tocho broken up. It was on the coverage anyway. 4th and 4, you got to go for it here.
Well, absolutely. Down by 17. And you've got to make something happen right here. 4th down and 4. Hackenberg's most productive passes have come on slant patterns. And that's really the only passing route that he's been able to complete so far in this game.
Here he goes on 4th and 4. That time, there it is, the crossing play, but they don't get there. What a play! What a play on that far sideline by Ryan White. This Birmingham defense, very good today.
The defensive backs have absolutely smothered the express wide receivers. We've talked about Jamar Summers all night, but Ryan White, number 22 on the crossing route on 4th and 4, makes the tackle, makes contact right at the catch, and gives his offense the ball back here in the fourth quarter.
Ryan White, product of Auburn. Spent some time in the National Football League. Mike Singletary's team unable to get anything on the board on that drive. They are denied again by Tim Lewis and his defense. Richardson lined up behind Perez.
Opposite. Opposite. Turbos up.
Richardson going anywhere. DeMarcus Gates has had a ball game defensively for Memphis.
You just told me away from the point to the safety.
That Memphis bench, and Gates, who played his college ball at Mississippi. Zach Mettenberger there. Christian Hackenberg on the left. Silvers there. With two quarterback in there as well.
Set. Blue 88. Blue 88. Head up.
Luis Perez dumping it off. Richardson, Trent Richardson. Trent Richardson running, determined the first down. Bouncing back after the fumble earlier in this half. A gain of 15 there, Arch.
Great effort, well executed, good blocking out front. Two lead blockers. And it looked like just as the Express were able to tackle him before he picks up the first down, he uses that great power to break those tackles and give Luis Perez one more set of downs.
Trent Richardson had 113 catches in his National Football League days. Trying to get back there is former number 3 overall pick of Cleveland. Tough sledding there, but a 3-yard pickup as he was stopped by Anthony Johnson.
Tackle made by Corey Marine.
Marine helping out as well. Gain of 3.
Hey, come on, stop. Hey, Buster, come on. Yes. Hey, listen to me. Roy Bunch, 12 double on second color. Ready?
I love the fact that we can listen in on these huddles.
Yeah, I don't know how much these quarterbacks or these coaches like the ability to listen in on these huddles, but it makes some great TV for the fans.
No question about it. Straight ahead running. Birmingham over the midfield line. Richardson again.
Well, Ben, I think when you look at this game and you look at the second half, Mike Singletary is going to look at his football team and say this was a half of missed opportunities. You come out, you get 2 turnovers and set up your offense inside the 50-yard line, you get 0 points. You had the catch, maybe not catch, by Quentin Patton that gave the other team a touchdown. And then you dial up a beautiful trick play that scores. but because you're not paying attention to details, that comes back. So, I mean, it's really a tale of missed opportunities here in this second half for Singletary's team.
Yeah, Perez flinging that one, flag down, nobody in the area. Through Jackson, Andrew Jackson, the pressure for Memphis.
What do we got here? Oh,
Illegal formation on the defense. 15 yards from the previous spot. Automatic foul.
Seen that called a couple times here today.
And I think that's going to take some getting used to for not only the coaches, but the players. I'm not exactly sure.
On them.
Might be 6 rushers, but the second time today that they've been called for that penalty. But I think that's one of the rules that as this season goes on, you know, defensive coordinators are going to get a chance to get pretty creative. You know, they're using this first week to kind of see how it plays out, but watch for a lot more creative defenses as this season goes on and they try and deal with the new defensive alignment rules.
Perkins with a ball, and each time that they've had that penalty called, it's bailed out Birmingham. Officially 3 times it's happened.
Whoa.
Tim Lewis,
Hey,
long-time assistant coach, long-time coordinator, first chance to be a head coach.
Roy Bunch cost 18 Gator.
His team has been very good today. Opening weekend of the Alliance.
Mike 50, Mike 50.
Perkins, the running back behind Perez. Perkins gets it. Outside pressure, but he outruns it. Taken out of bounds, and good job coming down the line there by Anthony Johnson, who's been all over today as well.
Small little detail, but now as you're trying to nurse this 17-point lead with 8 minutes left to go. It looks like the clock is wound. I thought maybe he went out of bounds and that was going to stop the clock, but I think this is all about running a 4-minute offense with 8 minutes left in this game. Birmingham wants to just milk this clock and not give the ball back to the Express.
8 seconds, hurry up. Short.
Play clock, you heard Perez say 8 seconds, not onto 2. They get it away. Richardson still moving the pile. Trent Richardson and the big boys up front. That's a first down run.
Easy celebration, easy, beautiful. Hey, TV.
You heard Perez there, easy with the celebration, he said.
Don't spike the ball into the crowd.
Short.
Perez did tell us yesterday, he said, I'll be good with that microphone on me. He's been great with it.
Nice job, Trent Richardson, 17 carries, only 31 yards. So there hasn't been a lot of space for him to operate with, but he did have that nice touchdown run and also the catch for the 2-point conversion, and they're using that power to pick up the first down.
Responding, flag flies here, responding from that fumble he had earlier in the second half.
Offense number 88, 5-yard penalty. It's first down.
Connor Davis, the guilty one there.
And you notice as the game goes on, you know, a little bit more sloppy, a little bit less attention to detail, more flags. I think part of that is the conditioning aspect. Remember, we talked about it earlier.
Yes.
They've only had about 28, 29, 30 days of practice and being together. And you've got a faster pace. Conditioning is going to be an issue. And as the season goes on, they get in better shape, they get stronger. We'll start to see some better play here late in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, I'm with you on that, certainly. Get into a regular routine, regular regiment now. On the ground again, Richardson with it. He got back. He did get back to the line of scrimmage. So a really good response out of Richardson after that fumble and doing what he does best. Ninth play of the drive coming up. Approaching 6 minutes.
Okay, take a breather. Listen to me, okay? Roy Bunch, 12 double, second color, ready? Yes, second color, short, hurry up.
I was really impressed. We were all impressed with him yesterday, Arch.
Yeah, sure was. Roy Bunch, 12 double, right up the middle, dive.
There it is. Richardson. Tripped up at the 17-yard line by Arnold Tarpley III.
It's a lot easier to play defense if you can listen in on the huddle and get the call. What do you think? You know what I mean?
You missed that in your career, right?
That would be sweet. Roy double. I know where the ball's going.
3rd and 5. They spotted officially at the 16-yard line. 5:11 left. We'll be back after this.
Hey, we're counting that thing.
More than 5 minutes left in this one. Opening weekend of the Alliance with Adam Archuleta, John Triff, and all of our crew. My name is Ben Holden. Mike Singletary's team. A goose egg on the scoreboard. Birmingham with 3 field goals from Nick Novak, a touchdown run of 4 yards from Trent Richardson, a 2-point conversion on a reception by Richardson. And that's the scoring recap as you get a good look at the field here. And Birmingham will be in San Antonio next week. We'll see Spurrier's guys against Mike Riley's guys. Both teams winning in week 1.
Second caller, ready?
3rd and 5. What do you look for here, Arch? Richardson?
Hurry up.
I like, look for that toss. Look for a toss outside.
48.
Richardson gets it. You're impressed saying hold the ball. He did. About a 3-yard pickup there.
You know, Ben, you've got to let me listen to the call in the huddle if you want me to pick the play. They went back to Roy double right there, and I thought it was toss. So
we got a lot more games left.
Yep, I'll be watching for that Roy double.
Good job, man.
So Novak, 31-yard attempt. Looking for his 4th field goal of the day. True on that one. 20-0 Birmingham with 4:17 to go. He's hit from 29, 28, 47, and 31 here today. So, Arch, we talked about him when we came on the air at 4 Eastern. Richardson, his day as we look back.
Sure has. 20 attempts, 46 yards, and had the 1 touchdown today. Also caught the 2-point conversion and has done a nice job catching the ball out of the backfield. Had a nice screen pass here showing the power and strength to pick up that first down, but you can imagine as this season goes on and he, along with the rest of their football team, get in better shape, you're going to see him become more of a focal point of this offense. Quentin Patton thrown at 9 times in this game for 107 yards. Also a big factor.
He's been fun to watch. Brandon Silvers is in the game. First snap, a throw, and a completion. So Hackenberg's day is done. The grab made there by Dantes Bird.
So how about the Memphis offense today? Their longest drive, 36 yards. Only 1 drive of more than 30 yards. And they've averaged right around 15 yards per drive.
Yikes. A lot of work to do. This one's intercepted. Beautiful job by Xavier Dixon. The iron coming up large again, flexing their muscles.
Dixon made a similar play in the first half. The tip ball that led to an interception. Almost the exact same play that led to a turnover. This time, number 51 reads the quarterback, sticks his arm out there, and comes down with a pick.
Yeah.
Excellent job by this defense, who has just smothered the Express on offense so far today.
And Coach Tim Lewis there. Keeping an eye on him. Each team has turned it over twice. Birmingham's got it back at the 19-yard line. There's the toss to Perkins. Perkins inside of the 15-yard line. They're going to spot him out of bounds. It's like the 13-yard line. Andrew Jackson made the stop.
I think as we go back and we take a look, you're talking about the Memphis offense and just kind of the problems that they've had today moving the football. It's what's the identity of their offense going to be. That's one of the things that David Lee, the offensive coordinator, talked about is, you know, how do we simplify our offense? How do we hone in on all of the things that we're good at and try and execute those plays? Now, they did do a good job of running the football here in the second half, but they've got to figure out who they want to be in their passing game and become more productive in that part of the game. If they don't figure out their passing game, they're going to have a hard time this season.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Mike Singletary, his team on the wrong side of a 20-0 score, inside of 3 to play.
We can't afford, look.
3rd and 1 upcoming here for
Roy double. Watch the Roy double.
Roy bunch. 12 double on second color. Ready?
There it is. Oh, 12 double.
Hold the ball.
So this is a
short,
dive to the right side.
Hurry up, short.
And this is a bread and butter.
28. Blue.
6 of 14 on 3rd down. Make it 7 of 15. To the 6-yard line, where it's 1st and goal now for Birmingham as we approach the 2-minute warning arc.
This has been where Trent Richardson has been at his best, when he can make that quick cut, a predetermined cut, and get downhill, and he picks up the 1st down.
Reach the 2-minute warning. Clock stop with 1:59 to play. Birmingham on the move and leading 20-0. We're back right after this.
Come on, Carol. Hawaii, nice.
Yeah, I'm excited. Finally earned enough rewards points.
So jealous.
Yeah, I can't wait to get that shave ice.
What's shave ice?
It's like a Hawaiian snow cone.
Why not just say snow cone?
I don't know, they call it shave ice.
You fly to Hawaii for this.
I don't go there for the ice.
You saved up your reward points for ice. That's a lot of ice.
Okay.
Go Rewards credit card from Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission.
They've adjusted the clock. It's exactly 2 minutes remaining, not 1:59. The day for Perez. Very, very good day.
Listen to me. Roy bunch. 12 double on second color. Ready?
Not too bad for a young man that almost took a bowling scholarship to go to Oklahoma. Wow, what a story he is. 1st and goal.
28.
Richardson. Trent Richardson's got another touchdown for Birmingham. Inside of 2 minutes to go, a 5-yard run. And Tim Lewis and his guys are on their way to a 1-0 start in the Alliance.
I don't know about you, Ben, but it looks to me that as this game's gone on, Trent Richardson has got stronger and stronger.
Yes.
Really nice job breaking the arm tackle inside and then splitting 2 Memphis Express defenders en route to his 2nd touchdown of the day. I mean, that's what you got to do right there. Number 96 has a chance to tackle him in the backfield.
Anthony Johnson.
And he runs right through it and then splits 2 linebackers and picks up the touchdown. Excellent job for Trent Richardson to close out this game.
No point after attempts here in the Alliance. The try for 2. And Memphis does the job, so it remains 26-0. Let's get down to John Schriffen, who's got Justin Tuck standing next to him. John.
Well, Ben, thank you so much, former NFL great Justin Tuck. Justin, how did you hear about the league, and why did you want to become a part of it? I know you're a board member and a consultant now.
Yeah, I mean, Charlie came to me in the early stages and kind of was throwing this ideal around, and he definitely wanted to make this a players' league. He wanted people that he trusted and had the experience of being in the NFL and a little bit of expertise outside the field as well. So, you know, when we talked about it, I wasn't sold on the first day, but after showing the passion and knowing that this guy is phenomenal at everything he's put his hands on previously, he won us over. So I'm very excited about it. I'm glad I'm a part of it, and as all of our fans are seeing right now, man, the product on the field is pretty tremendous.
Let's talk about that. So you saw the games last night. You've seen this game here today. Talk about the quality of play, what you expected and what you're seeing.
Yeah, I think we all expected what we are seeing. For my time in the league, I always saw guys who was right there on the cusp of making teams, and maybe whatever the reason was, just in get the luck or get the break they needed to be in that league. And I always felt like we didn't have a league for those guys to go to that they could go and get a little bit more experience, but also go and make it their own, right? So right now, this is what you're seeing from AAF, and I think it's only going to continue to grow.
All right, Justin, thank you so much. Look forward to the rest of the season. All right, Ben, back to you.
Thanks so much, John, and great to have Justin Tuck with John and a part of the Alliance. A fumble by Neal, and Beniquez Brown making the play. Getting on that loose pigskin right there.
Is that Summers again? Is that number 26?
It is.
Who has been all over the field in coverage.
Yep.
Just gets that left end in there, punches that ball out, and Luis Perez with the ball one more time with 1 minute and 24 seconds left.
Victory formation, and Perez and Birmingham are going to start the Alliance 1-0. Tim Lewis.
Hey, come on. Hey, on the ball, yeah, just wait.
Wanted to be a head coach for a long time. He got his opportunity, and he's off to a 1-0 start.
Yep. I got it.
Memphis will try and regroup for next week's action as Hackenberg and Silvers
Come on the ball, let's go, on the ball, on the ball. Hey, come on, we got 2 seconds.
watching on.
Set blue, let's go, come on. Set blue.
So one more snap. And this happened moments ago, Arch. Congrats to Tim Lewis. No bucket, they just got him with bottles. Summers in there.
Hurry up, get down. We're good, we're good, no, we're good. Get down, we're good, let's go.
Happy day for him and his football team, and the fans here in Birmingham had a good turnout here, had good turnouts last night. Luis Perez and the Birmingham Iron pitched the shutout on opening day, 26-0, as they take care of business against the Memphis Express. So week 1 of the Alliance. What'd you think, Arch?
Well, I thought it was good. I thought it was a good start. We did see some good things from Memphis, but missed opportunities really kind of doomed their football team. The solid, crisp start for Tim Lewis's football team on offense. They did really well. They stalled a little bit in the red zone early, but defensively, as the game went on, they absolutely smothered Christian Hackenberg in any passing game that the Express could try and muster up. So a solid start for Tim Lewis's football team, and back to the drawing board for Mike Singletary.
Yeah, no question about it. Luis Perez said, hey, we want to win a championship, plain and simple. Should be your goal, and then give Tim Lewis another Gatorade bath, and John Striffen's down on the field with him.
I thought they were just going to do those little squirting.
So they started with 2 little buckets, and now that was a big ice bucket. You've waited a long time to be the head coach. How does it feel to get the ice bath?
Cold, it's a little bit shocking. I thought the Gatorade little things would be fine, but I'm excited for the guys. I'm excited for the coaches. I'm excited for the city of Birmingham. It's fantastic.
On opening night, your defense pitches a shutout. How did they do it?
Our coach did a fantastic job of getting the guys ready, and the guys executed the plan just like we had worked on.
We weren't sure what we were going to expect tonight, but the crowd and the city of Birmingham certainly showed up. This place was loud. What did you think about the support you received from this community?
I thought it was fantastic. They can keep coming out every time and doing the same thing. That'd be great. They need to be louder for their offense and nice and quiet for our offense. So I thought they did a fantastic job, and I can't say enough about how thrilled I am about this opportunity.
Congratulations, your first win of the season.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
All right, Ben, back to you guys.
Thanks, John. Appreciate it, and congrats to Tim Lewis and his football team. For Adam Archuleta, John Schripp, and all of our great crew, my name is Ben Holden. Hope you enjoyed the broadcast. This has been a presentation of CBS Sports Network, the 24-hour home of CBS Sports. After a short break, stay tuned for the Alliance Begins Part 1. So long from Alabama, and thanks for watching the Alliance.